Gravlax is one of those dishes you can find on pretty much any buffet around the world. It looks and tastes quite fancy, but to be honest, it's really easy to make. I made a smoked salmon video a while ago, and some of my viewers were telling me that they couldn't do a smoker. Of course, if you're living in an apartment, smoking is probably not an option, where making Gravlax actually is, because all you need is a fridge. In a nutshell, Gravlax is a simple cured salmon embellished with a few herbs. I have a coho salmon fillet here. That's a very small salmon fillet. I would recommend to actually use something thicker and probably not use the entire fillet, but just get portions at about equal size. Since my fillet is so thin, my curing time will be relatively short, so I'm guessing it will be about a day. For the about inch and thicker salmon fillets, it will be about 2 days. First, after cleaning your fillet, you want to check that there's no pin bones left. The easiest way to do this is to actually lift the fillet up a little and bend it. So that way the pin bones will start sticking out. See, there's one. I have these fish bone tweezers, specifically made for that purpose. A pair of needle nose pliers will do just fine. I would not recommend using your wife's eyebrow tweezers. You know, that's gonna end bad. It will work great though. So you just pull out the pin bones you can find any way you want. If there's any pin bones, it's in the upper half of the fillet. Next step is to cut the fillet in half, or if you're using portions, you already should have bought portions about the equal size, so you can stack them on top of each other. So I'm just going to take a little bit of a measurement here, make a small little slit so I know where to cut, right about here. Now we have 2 pieces, and this is already all the prep work. If you're using a really thick piece of like king salmon, I would recommend doing a few cuts on the back, on the skin side, shallow cuts, so that the salt can penetrate better. Here I have some dill fronds per pound of fish. This is almost a pound. You need about 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using a brown sugar. Normally you would use white sugar, but I like the brown sugar better for the flavor. And you use the same amount in a coarse sea salt or a kosher salt. So for my case, this is 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and dill fronds. Now you just mix this a little. You need some kind of shallow pan. I just use an old baking sheet. And I'm having one of these dollar store trays. You put out a large piece of plastic wrap. Since this is not a very wide version, I'm just going to use 2 pieces and stick them together. You cover the tray or whichever shallow vessel you have, and you first put about 1/4 of what you have here down on the plastic wrap. I just spread this out a little. And then you take the first half of your fillet, put it in there, make sure it's getting everywhere. Now you put about 2/4 on top of this. This is a little bit too much dill, but I like dill. So do as much as you like. A little bit less would probably be easier to spread. Now stick the second fillet on top and add the rest of your mix. Spread that out. Now we tightly wrap this. You want as little air in there as possible, so employ some pressure. Also on the sides. There's your package. All it takes now is some kind of board or something on top of this, so you can exert some pressure on it. There, I've got a nice big plastic board. And I'm just going to put 2 cans of tomatoes on top. That should be enough pressure, just so that there's some weight on there. This entire tower goes into your fridge, in my case for about a day. If your salmon is thicker than this, for about 2 days. After half your curing time, so in my case in about 12 hours, flip the package around and put the weight back on. And while we're getting all excited about the Gravlax, I'd be happy about a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another episode. My small piece of Gravlax spent the night in the fridge. As I said earlier, if you have a thicker piece, you may have to cure this for 2 days. There's a lot of liquid that came out of it. Get rid of the herbs and everything that's still on there, and then rinse it off. Yeah. Some people say don't rinse it off, just brush off the herbs. Personally, I'm a fan of rinsing it off. Now I'm patting these dry. After you cleaned off all the excess, this is ready to consume. It will last for a few days in the fridge, so you'd have to consume it, let's say, within a week. When you slice it, you should slice it at a bias. Cutting it at a bias will simply give you a larger slice. Let's see how it tastes. Very nice. Of course, you can freeze this for a few months. When you thaw it in the fridge so it thaws slowly. Here's a quick serving suggestion. I like this with some cream cheese. And there you pile a few pieces on here. Add a little frond of dill. And there you have a pretty appetizer.